So I hear you're in Princess Leia costume. Is that correct?
I am. I'm channeling my inner Carrie Fisher today, getting ready for Lego Star Wars Days, which is happening this weekend at Legoland California Resort.
That's amazing. So tell us a little about the new addition to Legoland California Star Wars Miniland.
So the Lego Star Wars Miniland Death Star model display is opening to the public tomorrow, just in time for Star Wars Days this weekend. It is the biggest model we have brought to Lego Star Wars Miniland. It is massive. It has more than half a million Lego bricks. It took 8 master model builders about 1,800 hours to build, and it's very cool in the fact that it's animated and that there are interactive features in front with different scenes that the guests can enjoy and kind of partake in the movies together with.
That's cool. How is it interactive?
So there's scenes in the front, and this is kind of what I've been geeking out the most about this morning is there are buttons that you push. So the trash compactor scene from Episode 4, where they're all smushed in there with Han Solo and Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the movies, but if you remember that scene and they're getting squished in.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a button that the guests can push that actually watches the compactor go and squish in together and seeing the Lego models move at the same time. There's the dueling scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, so you push a button and the kids can see the them using their lightsabers to duel each other. The other scene, which has Princess Leia and Darth Vader and the commander of the Death Star, where they blow up Alderaan, there's a button that you can push that you actually see on a TV animated screen Alderaan blow up. So the guests are the ones making it happen. It's the first time we've ever used an animated TV screen inside any of our Legoland parks, which is kind of cool.
That's cool. So Princess Leia can cry over and over again every time she sees it blow up. Okay, I know you've answered some of these questions in the first question, but I'm going to ask you again, just so I have them separately. How large is the Star Wars Death Star, and what's the scale of it, if you guys have that?
Sure, it's 8 feet high. It's 8 feet wide and 13 feet high. It weighs about 1,900 pounds. It's done. Most of our models inside Star Wars Miniland are done on a 1:20 scale. This was so massive that we had to do it on a 1:70,000 scale. If we were to do it on the 1:20 scale, it would be nearly 5 miles long.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it would take up a lot of our park and, kind of not leave a lot of room for our rides and attractions.
Yeah. And again, how many Lego bricks is the Death Star, and what's it? I know you just said the total weight was about 1,800 pounds. Is that correct?
More than 1,900 pounds.
1,900. Okay.
It's created out of more than 500,000 Lego bricks.
Nice. And how many Lego Master Builders did it take to build over a period of time?
It took about 8 master model builders, 1,800 hours to build this and put it together. But guests can come and they can build their own starships, maybe not at the same proportion here, but in a building station that we have right in front of the famous trench run scene, there's building stations set up so kids can build their own starships.
Awesome. Now, is this a permanent part of Legoland, or is it a temporary exhibit?
No, we're keeping it in addition to Lego Star Wars Miniland. So as long as Lucasfilms lets us have it, we're welcome to have it and keep it here, and our guests are enjoying it. Because really, we're taking two things that they love, Lego and Star Wars. And whenever we create anything here at the park, we ask our guests what they want. And this was overwhelming demand to see the Lego Death Star model.
Cool. And it opens to the public this weekend, is that correct?
It opens tomorrow, March 5th, to the public, and this weekend is Lego Star Wars Days.
Awesome. And what can guests expect this weekend for Star Wars activities?
Lego Star Wars Days is a lot of fun. I would be very appropriately dressed in my Princess Leia garb today to be here. We encourage guests to come dressed up in costume. There's costume contests. We have a scavenger hunt. You can see adult fans of Lego building their Star Wars creations. It's a lot of fun for the whole family.
And you mentioned there's a way for people to interact with not just the experience, but they can build Legos at the exhibit or at the Miniland while the exhibit is around them. Is that correct?
Right, so in front of the Lego Death Star model, there is a trench run, and in the trench run scene, they can push buttons to make the turrets light up, but they can also build in different sections. They can build their own starships.
Awesome. Okay. What other? Let's see. You're answering some of my questions. I'm trying to skip around here.
That's okay.
how does this fit in with the Star Wars Episode 7 release this year?
Well, clearly the timing is great because Star Wars is top of mind and it's a big theme, and I've gotten that question a lot this morning. I wish I knew more about the upcoming movie. I think a lot of people think that we have the inside scoop, but sadly not. I wish I did. I'm just as keen to know as everybody else, but I think it's great because it's coming back, and it's one of those things that spans the generations. I have 2 young boys and they love Star Wars, and the movies that they appreciate and that they enjoy are different than the episodes that I like. I like 4, 5, and 6. Call me old school, but I like those, and they like 1, 2, and 3. So I think when they come here and they're in Star Wars Miniland, it's great seeing them interact, and it's great seeing, you know, the kids pointing out scenes to their parents, then the parents pointing out scenes, and reliving watching the movies again together.
That's great. And as far as you know, will there be any future Star Wars attractions or new models at Legoland, California to celebrate Star Wars Episode 7, 8, or 9?
You know, we're always expanding at Legoland California Resort. We've doubled the amount of rides since we opened in '99. We're always adding new features. I would love to see that, and I'm sure our guests would too. So we'll just have to see what the future holds. And maybe the Force will be with us.
So you're saying there's a chance. That's good. Okay.
Yes.
And then, will there be any smaller Lego sets available to commemorate this new Star Wars Death Star available for purchase at the store, or at Lego stores, or at the park?
As far as I know, we don't have anything that's new or additional to go with our grand opening of Death Star, but I know Lego is always coming out with new Star Wars products each year, and they are launching new products this year. I'd have to go look on Lego website to find out more.
Okay. And then, speaking of the park in general, what other Lego attractions or expansions can you share with us for 2015?
I'm excited because we're opening Lego Friends Heartlake City. That's coming this summer. It's a whole new area based on the Lego Friends line, and it's based on these 5 girls and their lives and their aspirations and their ideas and their creative activities that they do together, and it's really girl focused, and I'm excited to see our guests interact with that because we have a lot of fans of Legoland who are boys and girls, and this is something that's really geared towards the girls. I'm curious to see how that's going to come out for us, and that's an exciting venture, and that's opening this summer.
That's cool. I'm sure it'll be a big hit. My daughter's a big Lego fan, so we play Legos all the time, so that'll be and then my last question, is it a trap?
Is it a trap?
Is it a trap?
You're pulling the quotes. Yes. I thought you were going to ask me for helping or asking for hope for Obi-Wan, but that was a different question. I haven't had that one yet this morning.
Yeah, that one. Okay. Do you want me to ask it again? Do you have a...
I hadn't thought of a reaction to that one yet.
I know. I'm sorry. I just caught you off guard.
You did. You did.
My editor wanted me to ask that, so he said you have to ask if it's a trap. So I'm like, okay,
it is a trap.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time to do this with us, and I'll be there with the film crew tonight. We'll be there for the unveiling, so we look forward to that.
Oh, good. Well, I'll be sure to find me so I can say hi. Yeah, I will not be in my Princess Leia costume tonight, though, FYI.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I know. Sorry. It has to go. It has to take a rest at some point.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Josh. We'll see you tonight.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.